Hello, my friends. So you probably can't see it because my camera's too high, so I'll show it to you here. But this is an Incubus Succubus t-shirt that I got a while ago. And if you like this band, I suggest you go to their website and get one. I got one and I just love it. Welcome to the second part of United in Bloodshed. You're traveling through to another dimension. A dimension of not only paranoia and delusion, but of idiocy. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of pure ignorance. Your next stop, the Batshit Crazy Zone.
Alright, so this is a number 2 video upload. Okay, so if you haven't seen or heard an upload that has to do with Purim, that is uploaded by the channel Keith Truth.
Purim. I did a little bit of research on Purim. I still don't quite understand it. It looks like it's a Jewish holiday to me. I don't know what she's talking about. She is kind of alluding that it's some kind of an anti-Christian thing. I'll let you look that up on your own. You can draw your own conclusion from it. KEEFTWOOF in regards to Purim. I suggest that you go find it and listen to it. It's 10 long, and you will learn quite a bit in regards to pagan holidays. Okay, especially holidays that are in reference to, let's see, Purim. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to now. Everybody knows that. Syria was attacked, yada yada yada. Let's go ahead and listen. You are conflating several different things. First of all, the conflict in Syria has absolutely nothing to do with the Egyptian goddess Isis. I know that news people call this organization ISIS, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the Egyptian goddess Isis. So you are conflating those two things. Also, the conflict in Syria has absolutely nothing to do with paganism, ancient paganism, or modern-day paganism. And it certainly doesn't have anything to do with dead fish.
All right, so, like I said, when you are having certain attacks or certain moves or plays that are being done on a particular pagan holiday.
We hear about it today because we have access to so much information. But the sad reality of the situation is that conflict over resources, cultures, race, religion, money, what have you, usually some type of a resource like land or other resources, have been the source of conflict since the beginning of recorded history. Sadly, we hear about it more because we have access to more information, but it has been going on for a very, very long time. Other peoples have been taking over other people's lands. They've been kicking people out of their own lands. They've been taking people. They've been enslaving people. They have been stealing their resources. They have been committing imperialism. All of these things have been happening for a very long time by various cultures. It's unfortunate, but it is a sad reality. Maybe one day we will not have this, but we still have it today. And these conflicts sadly happen on any day of the week, so it doesn't really matter that it happens on a particular pagan holiday or a secular holiday or a Christian holiday. These things do not have anything to do with the day that they fall on. It just happens to fall on that particular day, which also is a holiday.
You really should be able to, as a researcher, connect who's who and what's what as far as the Christian community, okay? Because the only way that people get other people or other Christians to go along with the information that they are hearing as far as media is concerned is by getting other people to put it out as legitimate.
Then there are conspiracy nuts, like yourself, who take all of these different things and string them together into what they believe is some kind of a connection.
Okay, so if you're being offered information in regards to attacking other people, especially Christian people, and then you're using, the Bible or using media stories in order to do so.
That is exactly what you are doing. You are using media stories and sources to attack paganism. None of these things have anything to do with paganism. You are conflating these, and just earlier you were condemning them.
As a Christian, it is up to you to be able to identify all the pagan holidays that are being pushed off onto other people. Okay, so we're talking about Samhain, which is basically Halloween. It coincides or overlaps with Halloween. Okay, it is the Feast of the Dead.
The pagan celebration, at least the Indo-European Celtic celebration of Samhain, is a pagan holiday. They happen to fall very close to one another. Samhain tends to be November the 1st, Halloween, October the 31st.
Okay, like I said, when you are getting people who are posting stories about dead fish.
Again with the dead fish. What is your obsession with dead fish?
Okay, or dead people. These people are basically following what is called a death cult. Okay, I don't know. People like that thrive on death. And the reason being is because they actually are worshiping death.
The celebration of Samhain is not a celebration of death. It is an understanding of our own mortality. It is an understanding of our limited life. It is a time to honor and respect those who have passed before. And there's still some debate about this, but many consider it to be the Celtic New Year, when the old year dies and the new year begins.
Okay, I'm going to give you an example. So we're talking about people who, I will show you how they will disguise their pagan holidays into Christianity. Or what they do is they are pretending they're Christian. And so while they are pretending that they are Christian, they are actually leading other Christians, unsuspecting Christians, into worshiping their pagan holidays. Okay, in this case...
Look, there are no pagans pretending to be Christians. Actually, I retract that statement. There are pagans who do believe that they are Christians also, so actually, you know what? I take that back. You're right. I have no argument here.
It is Halloween, okay? It's the fall, it's the autumn equinox, and what they'll do, let me give you an example, okay? They'll post certain images like this right here, okay? They'll post in celebration of that holiday, but it appears that what they're doing is they're basically, they're wishing this pagan holiday off onto other people. Then they'll put the words God bless in there.
I doubt that is what these individuals are up to, but I can't say for sure because I am a pagan and not a Christian. I am only a pagan, period.
But you don't know what God they're offering you. Okay, it's not the God of the Bible, because the God of the Bible does not. It's not the calendar of God.
Or it could be that they are just consciously aware of their friends and family who may have a different belief than Christianity.
It goes alongside. It coincides with the pagan holidays of Satan.
People who are Satanists, who are openly Satanists, will say they are Satanists. They do not try to hide it. They have no reason to hide it. They are openly Satanists. The people who say that they are not Satanists, you can pretty much be assured that they are not Satanists. people who are Satanists will admit that. They have no problem with it, and they are very open about it.
So, like I said, you have to be really careful. Usually the people that do this are usually women and young people. Okay, so let's go ahead and read Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. We'll move on to number 3. Okay, so, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. Okay, so this is actually a warning from God that when you have these elderly women, or the younger women, the women who are...
Not everyone in the entire world follows the words of your Bible. It loses meaning to those who follow any other religion besides Christianity.
Enticing men with their sexuality and so forth.
Those horrible women enticing men with their sexuality that men are projecting onto them.
You are actually being warned by God not to fall into that their path. Okay, you have to stay on the right path. And so when God offers you information such as this, you know, children are oppressing you and women are ruling over you, you really should be careful about who you're following. Okay, now in my experience, I've seen lots of forums, lots of places where women are actually in charge.
Wait, are you against equality? Are you saying to be on the right-hand path of God, you have to allow only men to have all of the power? So what you want is a patriarchy.
As far as administrations and administering forums and so forth, and what they're doing is they're basically posting certain kinds of stories, and this one seems to be the #1 story. Like I said, if you're getting a lot of posts that are in reference to the dead fish or...
Back to the fish. It always comes back to the dead fish. What is your obsession with dead fish?
Dead whales washing up onto the ocean or so forth. Basically code words or code messages to their brothers. Okay, and what's the message? The message is basically Jesus Christ is dead.
According to Christian mythology, Jesus is dead. He supposedly will return, but yes, he died for your sins. Did you even pay any attention during Sunday school? I'm not a Christian and I even know this.
Okay, that's the message. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to number 3.
So, thank you for watching, my friends. This has been episode 2 of United in Bloodshed. And at the end of this video, there will be a link to part 1, and part 3 will come out next week. Thank you so much, and blessed be. Then there are conspiracy nuts such as yourself who string all these things together and make something into nothing. This has been Lilocan, dispelling the bullshit, one video at a time.